Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be installing or starting to install the V10 version of the rocker panels right here. So these are the rocker panels. And here are the new rocker panels that I got off eBay. This came off a wrecked 2014 V10 R8. It was originally blue and got it for a good deal. And I looked at the state of the panels and it was not that bad actually. There weren't any big missing panels. There were a couple of cracks in the fiberglass along here. I went and ordered it and dropped it off at my painter. So he does body work and he's done a pretty good job on it. So let's take a look at the differences of why I decided to go in and install it. Because, well, the big difference between the V8 and the V10 version is this kick here, this little flare out that goes alongside here. Right here, there's a little curvature that goes along here versus the V8 version does not have a kick. There is no curvature at all. It's just flat and it's fine. It was the original design. However, in 2009, Audi came out with a V10 version with this flare on the side, and I really like that flare. And also, let's go zoom in here. The side blades had a kick out to it, so it went down here and it kicked out and went back here. I actually like the V8 side blades because it's nice and flat and sleek and very straight and curved. I feel like the car would look better with the flare out here along this side. I feel like it will actually complement this straight side blade here. So what I'm gonna do is show you how everything fits together and how you actually take the old rocker panel off here, and then show you how I install it. It should be a pretty simple, straightforward installation. And let's get to it. What you need to do is there's a bolt here that needs to get taken off. And there are a series of several bolts down here on the underside. These are Torx bolts right here. And if you can see here, let's go down here. This is the underside here. There are several bolts that bolt on the underside of the car that we need to take out. After we take out these bolts, there's also another bolt in front of the front wheel well here that we need to take out. And finally, what we need to do is also pry out a couple of clips here that snap in the front of the car. I'm going to show you right now. See here. So this is the sill plate. You basically need to remove this plate here. As you can see here, there are several clips here. These are little clips here that you need to take some trim tools out and jam it in to give enough leverage to get this out. It's a pretty straightforward process. What you also need to do is take out these bolts here. And what I like about Audi German cars in general, there's a lot of fail-safe mounting points should a bolt or two go missing or gets dislodged. This whole entire rocker panel will still stay on the car while you're driving. So that's basically what you need to do, and it's pretty straightforward. You don't need to lift the car up. You can do this on the ground with a couple of screwdrivers and trim tools, and it should take no more than 15 to 20 minutes per side. There's actually a tab missing here that actually helps mount the front of this rocker panel here to this bolt right here. Let's zoom in. Right there. Right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take out my old rocker panel and scavenge and cut off this plastic tab here and go ahead and glue the tab right here I'm gonna use epoxy, and then I'm gonna use a plastic weld. It's kind of like a Play-Doh to help reinforce this mounting point to make sure that this rocker panel will not fall off. Again, there's a lot of redundant mounts here on this rocker panel in general. However, I like to operate and make sure that this part is fully secured to the car. So knowing that we need to scavenge this mounting tab off my old rocker panel, I'm gonna first take off this rocker panel here, cut off the mounting tab in front, glue this, and then once it's dried and cured for a day, I'll go and continue and install these V10 rocker panels. So here is the left driver's side rocker panel. This is the front of the panel right here. As you can see, this is the mounting tab here that allows a bolt to bolt through. And the one I have here is missing it. So next step for me is to go and cut this mounting tab off with a Dremel and then glue it right here. Let this cure for 24 hours, and then I should be good to go to reinstalling the left side of the rocker panel. I've already installed the right side. It's the same process. So the only modification I need to do for this project is to install this mounting tab here. So after I allowed the plastic weld to cure overnight, this is the next day now, you can see that it's held on pretty well right here. And I went ahead and painted this side here black because this is the side that will get exposed here. And you'll see a little bit of the black here. And you'll see a little bit of this part right here if you were to look at the wheel down below. But overall, it turned out pretty well. It's not, I don't expect this piece to be a crucial mounting point. However, I've glued it and I've done a plastic weld, and it will hold and it will allow the entire piece to stay on the car. And that's the entire point here. So next up is to go ahead and install the rocker panel. It's pretty simple. You just go in and push in the rocker panel along the series of tabs down here. This tab here, as well as tabs that will go through these slots here, these big slots right here. These big slots, let's see where are these slots? Yeah, right here. And then afterwards, you just go and bolt in the rocker panel through the bottom holes as well as the top holes that go here. check this out. This is what the V10 rocker panels look like installed. You can see here that it's very subtle, but it starts off flat in the front of the car, and then it starts curving out all the way right here, and then curves back in. I really love these rocker panels. I think it suits the car really well, especially the V8 side blades here, because it's very sleek. It goes down here, and then this curve here accentuates the rest of the car's curves as well. So I absolutely love it. I love the V10 rocker panels. They really help accent the rest of the curves of the car. So I'm really happy of how the project turned out. It took me almost a month and a half to get the parts, get them painted, and then get them installed, as you can see right here. So I'm gonna end this video with a little montage. So here we go.